Hey guys, my name's Holly. I'm a full-time yoga instructor in Washington, D.C. I'm currently filming yoga, meditation, and tutorial videos from home during COVID-19. So for those of you familiar with Bikram or the 26 and 2, I'm doing short videos on all the different parts of class. So today I'm going to go over the first part of awkward utkatasana or chair pose. Now, this chair pose is a little bit different than other styles of yoga, so keep that in mind. I'll show you from the front and from the side, just the first part. So you're going to step your right foot to the right about 6 inches or hip width distance. Now for this, it's easy to have the feet be too wide apart or too close together. The trick here, it's a little bit different for everybody. Put your hands on your hip bones, okay? And that should be the space between your feet. So it's not the width of your thighs, feet aren't together, it's just a hip width step, right? Not too big of a step. You're gonna bring your arms up parallel to the floor, so tricep muscles tight, nothing loose or hanging. All 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. I'll show you from the side. So to get into the posture, suck your stomach in, keep your feet hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel like 11s, bend your knees and sit down. Now first, especially if you have tight knees, you might not sit down very far and that's okay. A trick here is to move your butt back. So you take the load of your body weight into the hips rather than the knees and then fold forward. So in the first part, you can lean forward almost like you're gonna touch your stomach to your thighs. Eventually thighs parallel to the floor. But notice if all the weight's forward, like see how my knees are over my ankles, you wanna shift the weight back. So all the weight in the heels, maybe almost pick your toes off the floor. So feet flat, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. From here, suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. So it's a little bit of a back bend, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. So keep sucking your stomach in, hold it in tight. Notice if your hands are coming apart or lowering down, try to keep fingers in line with the shoulders, tricep muscles tight. Sit back a little bit more, lift your chin up, chest up, change, and then you slowly come up. So again, some things to remember. You want to keep your feet hip width distance the whole time. This posture comes towards the beginning of class, and a lot of it's just like waking up the muscles in the body. So you want to keep the arms parallel and the triceps tight. You're also starting to wake up the tricep muscles, waking up the arms, and even the fingertips are super active in here, yeah? So some things to remember as you sit down. It's very common for like the knees to slide in and the heels to come apart. You want to keep the insides of your feet parallel and the knees in line with your hips. So if you'll notice if the knees are coming out or in, or the toes are coming in or out, right? Like a little bit of this action. Instead, you just want to keep insides of your feet parallel, knees over ankles, not too far beyond, and the weight in your heels. You could almost pick your toes off the floor. Slowly over time, sitting down, and then partway through leaning back. Notice if the shoulders are tensing up and the elbows are bending, shoulders down, arms straight, triceps tight. Notice if your heels are coming in or out, keep the insides of your feet parallel. Towards the end, maybe sitting a little bit lower, lean your upper body back. And then you'll push the floor away for me to come up. Another thing to be careful, so some people can't sit down at all, but some people sit too far down, right? Make sure that it's like you're sitting into a chair. So thighs parallel to the floor, never sitting below the chair though, right? You can always bring a little bit more weight back. The more you shift the hips back, the more you can sit down. One more way to get into this if you've never been able to sit down very low, I'll show you from the side. Sometimes I like to lean forward first, stick my butt out, and then sit down, right? Having the hips go back first, having the weight go back into the heels first, and then sitting down can help you to take some weight off of those delicate knees or ankles. So again, all the weight should be going back, and then stomach in the whole time, shoulders down the whole time, and still breathing in and out through the nose. If you find that you're starting to might have gone a little bit too far in this style of yoga, we're always breathing in and out through the nose. That's a quick tutorial on the first part of awkward pose. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Talk to you soon. Bye.